It's Tim Albright with AVNation at DSE 2017 with Jim Vasgard from Daktronics. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Tim. How are you?
Good. You are the National Sales Manager of Spectacular Projects.
That's correct.
Explain that to me.
We get to work on really fun, unique projects, but it's basically any large video display system that's not in a sporting venue, college campus, professional sports arena. It's basically large commercial projects like you see here in beautiful Vegas, or New York, Times Square, Los Angeles, places like that.
Okay. We're in Vegas, so for DSE 2017. Why do you guys come to the show? What do you exhibit at the show?
This really reaches a diverse group of people. You see a wide variety of customer bases. I mean, you've got airport people, you have transportation groups, you've got integrators, developers. You can really reach a wide waterfront or wide perspective of folks that are looking for digital display systems. So it's a good show.
Okay, so you're looking for not just integrators, but also for the end users, the facilities managers, the owners of the buildings and the billboards.
Sure, because we find that it helps to educate the entire group in the buying chain, and that way they understand what questions to ask, what they're looking for, and they begin to identify what are the things that they don't know yet.
Yeah.
And so that's really the purpose behind it.
Let's talk about that for a second. What don't I know yet? I mean, I say
that's
that,
a good question.
Not tongue in cheek, because we thank you very much. You guys have been very gracious and hosted us for 2 years at New York Digital Signage Week. Got to see a lot of great things, and I was shocked year over year in Times Square, the changes that happen in that small it's not small, but that microcosm of the digital signage industry. So what don't I know right now?
I think probably the thing that we're really trying to get folks in the industry to understand is parts are not parts.
Okay.
You know, the LED diodes are not all the same. How projects or products are built are not all the same. I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of assumptions made today that it's all built in the same place, it all comes from overseas, so your decision criteria becomes, strictly price. And unfortunately, as you see with a wide range of products, sometimes you can get quality at certain price points, but oftentimes to hit a low price, there's something that's being sacrificed. Maybe it's quality, maybe it's performance, maybe it's lifetime. It's just how do you ferret out what those sacrifices have been.
Well, maybe it's support too.
And support,
because
correct.
that's one thing. I mean, if you don't know, Daktronics is a U.S.-based company.
We are.
Talk for a second about your relationship and how you support the integrator. So I'm an integrator from Peoria, Illinois, and I say, Jim, I've got this great thing. How do you walk them through and support them in the process?
We're really looking to find out what's the level of support that they want to have. Because you'll find some companies that are really well established and well structured, where they have the engineering, the design capability to handle all the drawings and everything that goes into getting a project ready for installation. They may have the installation crew and technical support to get it installed and operational right from the get-go, and then have the ongoing service staff. Others may, miss a few parts here and there. We offer that whole range of service, so it's really aligning our capabilities with what the needs are of the integrator.
Okay.
If it's something where they're looking for us to help with the design and making sure that this fits, it's got the right size, it fits in the space, or if it's inset into a wall, we can help them with that.
It'll be safe to mount it.
Yes, we'll do all the technical information. We have technicians that can go on site and make sure the product is fired up and working from the get-go, or if there are problems, they get it corrected. And we have a full service network all across the country to provide that support if it's needed.
Yeah.
So really, we're just trying to figure out what is the capabilities that buyer is looking to have us fill.
Okay.
So it's a bit of an a la carte, but it's how can we help them?
Well, it seems very flexible.
Yes.
Right. There are some manufacturers, depending on regardless of what space it is, or what vertical, where they do want to walk alongside throughout the entire process, regardless of how capable the integrator is.
Yes.
What you're saying is you guys can
do all that.
can be whatever.
Yes.
Right. You just want to buy it from you guys. Cool, groovy.
That's it.
You want to help with the engineering. We're good with that too.
Yeah, and it's what we're finding is just it's that, again, how do you align the services and capabilities with what the needs are of the integrator and the buyer? And that, I think that puts us in a unique position, because a lot of folks are just looking to sell a box. And you get something, a crate that shows up at your dock and your door, and you might get some instructions, and you kind of get a hang in there, go for it.
Yeah.
And that's not our approach. That's not a win-win situation.
No. You're showing a 1.9
Yes.
pitch, and for glossary here for folks who aren't familiar,
Yep.
pitch is the distance between each individual LED.
Correct.
Typically, right now, it's measured in millimeters.
Mm-hmm.
You're showing a 1.9 pitch, a 1.9 millimeter in between
Yes.
individual LEDs over here.
Yep.
I'm going to say at 5 feet, it looks like a TV.
It does.
Right? 5-6 feet away, you're looking at it like a TV. Where is the bottom of the barrel for LED pitch? And don't tell me 0, because that's not cool.
Tim, that's a really great question. We're offering indoor products from 1.2.
Yes, I'm sorry, that's an indoor.
Yeah, indoor.
Yeah.
We're offering indoor products from 1.2 to 1.9 to 2.5 to 4 and 6 millimeter, and in some venues maybe a 10 if it's right height and right viewing distance. You're going to see some products here at the show that are maybe in that 1 millimeter or 0.7 or 0.75 range. It's possible that it may get tighter than that, but you're really getting to a point where when you think of the difference between a 1.2 millimeter and a 1 millimeter, like 2 millimeters.
2 millimeters.
Yeah, it's that much, right?
Yeah.
But when you start to think of how many LEDs are in a square foot or a square meter of the display, the number increases by more than twofold. So you begin to get great resolution. You can get a 4K display in a fairly small size, but you're also buying a tremendous amount of diodes.
And you're paying for that.
So it really becomes a function of what's the budget, what's the viewing distance that they want, and sometimes it has to be what's the viewing distance that's good enough, because sometimes the want and the good enough is a gap.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the budget. So it's really trying to just figure out what's the right fit, what's the budget, what's the pixel density that they want to have, because you're seeing, I think some of this is being driven today by not only HD, I want to get to that HD size, but you're seeing a more of a push to, boy, I'd really love to have 4K. Even though 4K content is limited and expensive, if you look at, even though people talk about like television, I think DirecTV promotes 4K or something. Well, by the time you get it, uncompress it, it's really not 4K anymore.
True.
But it's a perception. So it becomes that, what do I want to pay for? What do I want versus what's good enough? And then what's the appearance? Because again, the variance in quality can be significant. It really can.
Jim, I appreciate it. How do people find out more about you or Daktronics?
Go to www.daktronics.com and you can find out just about anything you want. If you want to reach out to me, drop me an email from the website and we'll be glad to help you out.
All right, very good. Jim Basgard from
Thank you.
Daktronics.
Appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely. I'm Tim Albright with AVNation. For more information about us, go to avnation.tv.